Hi, parents and tutors. Welcome to Classical Conversations, week 19. And today I have a producer and a critic in the house. So today we started off with geography, and we're still in Mesoamerica. We're talking about Lake Texcoco and then some other places like Mexico City, Oaxaca, Mayapan, and Chichen Itza. And so we have the name. I had the names all written out here in their white or wet erase marker, and then the kids took their dry erase marker and drew a line from the place name to the dot where the place is, or in the case of the lake, the sort of blue blotch where the lake is. And we said them 3 times. I had the kids erase those lines then, and then we took little mini chocolate chips and we went to each of these places, and then I asked each of the children which place they would like to eat. Okay. Then, for math, we have the area of a circle equals pi times the radius squared. Handily, we have a round rug in the room that we're in, and so we were able to stand on the radius and stand in the center and demonstrate where what the radius is, and that, you know, this is the area. The rug's name, by the way, is Becky, so we were demonstrating the area of Becky today, so that was fun. For science, we were talking about ocean zones, and I sung this to Bingo. I think I saw that on YouTube somewhere. So what are some ocean zones? Some ocean zones are epipelagic, mesopelagic, bathypelagic, abyssal pelagic. This is the last of our helping verbs, so we sung the whole song with all of the helping verbs, including the definition of a helping verb, and it's to the tune of This Old Man. A helping verb helps another verb assert action, being, or existence. Helping verbs make lots of sense. Helping verbs are do, does, did, has, have, had, may, must, might, should, could, would, shall, will, can. Helping verbs lend a helping hand. And then we all high-fived. For Latin, we are in third declensions this week, so it's just various, is, ace, ibis, ace, ibis. Third declension. I heard a lot of first and second declensions today, so we really had to make sure, and I held up 3 fingers that were saying third declension. So those are tricky. Then we talked about timeline. We have L for Lincoln, Lincoln's War between the states, Reconstruction of the southern states. We're going to go south with an S for southern states. Dominion of Canada. You just pull on your shirt. I don't know if it's a hockey reference or what, but anyway, Dominion of Canada. Otto von Bismarck unifies Germany. It was just easier for my class to do one uniting sign. Boer Wars in Africa, the Spanish-American War. So you could do an S and a B. Stop that out of your mouth. Or an S and an A for Spanish-American War. You're just really moving your thumb. But you know, there's lots of war if you needed to differentiate between the 3 of them here today. And then we have the progressive era, so we're just progressing here. Okay, then history. Tell me about Anasazi. Anyway, there's a great little song on the app, CC Connected, that you can just sing to, and I found it a very challenging little tune. So I just really needed to have the app. I tried to memorize this thing, and I can't even remember it right now. So clearly I have a brain block about this one. But anyway, I apologize to the Anasazi. And so there we go. For orchestra, because we just started orchestra today, we listened to all 3 pieces. My kids, I brought in these alphabet foam pad things, and everybody had 4 of them, and they sat on their foam pads, so they were separated from each other. Some of them played with the foam pads. I know they're supposed to have their hands quiet, but that was like 20 minutes of sitting still. So for the first 2, I just sort of let them be, and then for the last long Mozart piece, I did make a little bit of Play-Doh, and they just squished their Play-Doh as if it were a stress ball, and that was helpful to have them continue through that last song with good behavior. Also used these for review, so I just had these 26 alphabet letters throughout the room, not in any order, and we shook the foam dice, and whatever dice that landed on, they had to answer a question for review, and then they could move however many they shook. And we went through that, I think, quite a few times. But we didn't get around the room, which I was a little shocked at. I think this is a little biased towards 1. Might have to trim up an edge or something for around the 6. And then for science, we talked about crystals today, and that was fun. I hope you have a great week with your kids. Oh, for presentation. So some of the kids are forgetting that they need to walk up, stand, do a pause. Sometimes it's helpful to do a little countdown in your head, like 3, 2, 1, go, or something like that, and then speak. Some of them are talking as they're walking up, but we want to walk up, get situated, pause, and then speak clearly to our audience. Okay, so just a little something to remember when you're practicing presentation at home. All right, well, I won't see you next week, but we'll see you in 2 weeks for week 20. Enjoy learning with your kids.